Evolution, evolution. What do I have to say about this show tonight, really, after watching this 3.5 hour show? Because coming into this, and my opinion still kind of somewhat remains the same, and I've kind of said this in different videos too. I only said before this would probably most likely be a 3 match show, to be honest. Which it really was, in my opinion, a 3 match show. Because when I came from the pre-show and watching people pandering into this, and honestly coming into this whole Evolution pay-per-view, I felt there was barely a lot of promotion to it. I felt like a lot of the booking was wrong. A lot of these matches on paper just sound like crap, which some did turn out to be crap. Of course, you're gonna have them try to put over this like it's the greatest thing in the world, even though WWE is late on doing these all-women pay-per-views, and other all-women promotions have already beaten them to the punch to this. TNA has already beaten them to the punch to this years long ago with the Knockouts division. It's that WWE is now finally caught up on this. And I went in looking into this show. I only knew a couple, 2 or 3 things were really going to be good, which I was kind of mostly right about. And I just see people online acting like this was going to be the greatest thing they've ever saw. Really, I'm sure that people are going to be like that, think this was an excellent pay-per-view, or many things from this. People act like this was gonna be great. It was just mostly a lot of pandering to a lot of matches, though. That's what mostly was. And from the Nassau Coliseum tonight in New York, pretty much kicking off the show for the Evolution pay-per-view. And I'm gonna get to start off right here, which was good and which was not good. As soon as the show even started, Michael Cole's commentary, you could even hear the volume. His volume was really low, so we already got audio issues tonight. You can make the first botch. I'm sure Botchamania is gonna have a lot of material here tonight, but they did start off with Nita Strauss on the guitar, and Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm pretty much doing a big intro, which was pretty good. I'll admit that was good, since nobody doesn't use pyro. The stage, it was kind of small. I wish it was a different commentary team, because Renee Young is not really good on commentary. Let me get that straight. I get tired of Cole. Beth Phoenix is kind of whatever to me, but they were commentators on the Mae Young Classic. I would have liked if they had Romaro Ronaldo back. I would have liked if Jim Ross would have came back from last year, but I think Jim Ross is on the Jericho cruise right now. But their commentary was not good, okay? I'm sorry. It was kind of hard to listen to all 3 of them throughout the night. It really was. Some parts I didn't have a problem with, but a lot of it just bad. But we kicked it off. Lillian Garcia, it's always good to see her announce everybody as usual. Pretty much we kicked it off with Trish Stratus and Lita versus Mickie James and Alicia Fox. Alexa Bliss was taken out of this match due to injury. I believe she had a broken nose, but Alexa was still there, dressed as some type of Ice Queen. It is Halloween.
I didn't catch that.
It is Halloween this week, so expect to see a lot of Halloween-like costumes, gear coming out of here tonight. Bliss introduced both Mickie James and Alicia Fox, and listen, Trisha and Lita got a big reaction, which the crowd did start off hot, but I just found it funny when you could see a lot of the crowd was blacked off early into the night, okay? Because number one, I still don't believe this was a sold-out show. Let me get that straight, too. Then we can say this was a sold-out show if they won, but if I'm looking online and they're selling tickets for $9 online, this is like from scalpers and stuff. But if you're selling tickets for $6 to $9, that tells you something, okay? It really does. That's pretty much why they blacked out half the crowd. I don't think this was trying to be like NXT, how they do it. I just think they didn't sell out the show, okay? They never did. I never believed they did, okay? Come on. How long was it until they were going to say it was going to be a sold-out show? We knew earlier, like a month or 2 ago, that there were low ticket sales. There were. And I'm not going to say this match was bad. This was predictable. Mostly the biggest spot you could see was Alicia Fox missing her cue to break up the pin with, I think it was Trish pinning Mickie James, which I will admit the crowd did pop big when Trish and Mickie, and good thing the crowd knew their history, so that the crowd would really pop that big. Because for a minute there, I almost thought the crowd went pop for that, given their history in the past. But you can see that spot, and you can even see Mickie James even have to call Alicia Fox come save her. You see the referee's hand kind of stop. So Mickie James was calling a lot of this match. Even coming up to the end, I swear it took forever for Alita to do that moonsault. They had to really position that out to do the moonsault on both Mickie and Alicia Fox. Trish then hit the chick kick on Mickie James, which I was actually surprised we actually took the pin. I expected Fox to take the pin. Even, what was it, I swear Fox and Mickie almost had like some type of, one was dressed as the Queen of Hearts or something, and Alicia Fox and the Mad Hatter. That's what all their gear was supposed to be. I think it was like supposed to be some Alice in Wonderland gimmick or something. But honestly, predictable match, hot crowd for it. So at least they really popped that, pop for that match really big. But it was predictable though. Either way, I know someone's gonna say that would have been better if Bliss would have been in the match. Not really. I still think it would have been bad if Bliss was in the match. It already started horrible. Thank God we didn't see the one-on-one match, because that would have been god awful to watch. But I don't think she would have really added that much if she was still in the tag team match without her injury. I still think it wouldn't have been that good. Okay? It wasn't really good with Fox either, but, they managed to make it into a somewhat good match. It wasn't bad. And you knew Trish and Lita were going to go over, so it's no surprise to me there. And we had to stretch a lot of the show out tonight, just given the time span of it. There was a lot of times we had to stretch this entire show, because we went to the Women's Battle Royale next, and whoever wins would get a future title shot, which they were really trying to promote that mixed match challenge, because you could see R-Truth in the crowd, Jimmy Uso in the crowd, Miz in the crowd, Finn Balor in the crowd. And I will say, at least they gave all the women their own entrances coming out. Okay, this wasn't one of those battle royales where all the women are automatically in the ring and the match starts. And, we got to see a lot of legends. I was surprisingly there was no NXT and Mae Young Classic people in there. I thought there were going to be more women in this. But we saw people like Molly Holly, Ivory, Kelly, Maria, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, just to name off a few legends here and there, which actually got some good pops out there, and they didn't look that bad. I will give them that. Mostly you saw a lot of legends get eliminated first, or the Iconics, since they did their little promo. Immediately they were gone. Then it was Molly Holly, then Tori Wilson was gone, then Kelly as Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were eliminating them. Rose then eliminated her own partner then. And throughout the match, they kind of surrounded the legends. That's when they started throwing them out of there then. They then went to Nia Jax and Tamina, who had a standoff, and then all the women were just kind of surrounding them. And then they do like a, pretty much like the Roman shout, since both of them are Samoan. And are both of them Roman's cousins? I believe both of them are related. I know Nia Jax is. That's a fact. I think Tamina is too, but, they did their little, how Roman does thing before the power bomb and the Shield, do the whoop, just kind of a little bit of a tribute to him doing that. They start beating up all the women, throwing them all over the place, knocking them. I'm surprised Michelle McCool is actually still in this match for a while, but I could see why. You want to go from favoritism, but Moon was able to take her out then. Asuka and Naomi worked together, but Tamina was still able to take out Naomi. Carmella did her dance break thing with Ivory, which Ivory was like the end to the final 5 in this match, okay? And there was a couple good spots in here, which, the whole 8-woman, 8-man, 8-woman suplex. You knew who's going to hit it first when they knock everyone down. One of the most botchiest things I saw of the night was Moon trying to hit like a spinning sidewalk slam on Carmella and barely could hold her. That was very bad to watch. Let me run. There was some botches out here. I may not be able to count them all, but there was a lot of botches in this battle royale. We got to the final 4 then. Surprisingly, Tamina was in the final 4. Asuka, Ember Moon, and Nia Jax. Now, I called it here. I said the final 2 were going to be Moon and Asuka. Because as soon as you saw Moon and Asuka even get together, you heard that loud NXT chant. That's what the crowd popped for. Because at first the crowd wasn't popping for a lot of this battle royale. But once you saw them too, you could tell there was a lot of pro NXT crowd in there when they chanted that. But Moon was able to take out Asuka. I expected Asuka to make it to the final 2. Took her out. But at least the crowd popped for it. But still, I was actually surprised to see Asuka already gone. Moon was able to take her out. So that really surprised me. It really did. Pretty much going to the final three then. Tamina, Moon, and Jax. Not Jax, but Moon hit the Eclipse on Jax and eliminated. Not Jax. Tamina and eliminated her. We didn't get to the final two, which was Ember Moon and Nia Jax. Zelina Vega got back into the ring, which I never even saw her roll out of the ring. So you really never even saw her. You really didn't. And she tried to eliminate both of them, but Nia Jax picked her up, threw her, which Tamina did not even try to catch. And it looked like, you could look real close, replays of it, Zelina Vega's foot just hits Tamina's face so hard, I swear she could have probably got a concussion or a broken nose from that. Because she didn't even catch her. Didn't even try to catch her. She just stood there and got knocked by Zelina Vega. Maybe she didn't see it coming, but hey, Vega took a hard fall out there too. But we didn't get to the final two with Nia Jax and Ember Moon. Nia Jax was able to pretty much eliminate Ember Moon then, which this really surprised me. Because I went into this, I did not really see Nia Jax even winning. And I think this was a dumb move, personally. I think this was dumb. And I do believe, in a way, this Battle Royale, you see how long they stretched this Battle Royale out. Because we did want to give everybody, let everybody get their stuff in. But still, it felt like a waste of time. Because I'll admit, I got bored at one point through it too, and I just kind of looked at it like, how long I've been watching this? I really kind of got into that. How long was I watching this? Excuse me. But just, you think they would give it to Moon or Asuka? That's what I was surprised. I never really saw Nia Jax even trying winning this thing. I never did. Not even in close to my mind, because that was honestly one of the last people I kind of saw winning. And it just, this is where I feel like it's backwards booking right here, because how many times are we going to give Nia Jax a chance of getting a title shot? Because she hasn't done good the last couple of the times. She really hasn't. And you think you would give it to someone like Moon or Asuka, who they really need to rebuild, but hey, that tells you where they're going with her. Moon, I would have expected to her get something. Now, there's many reasons why people say Nia Jax won. Number one, kind of clearly, you see The Rock's mom right in front of the crowd, so there's many reasons. A, Vince just has a hard-on for Samoans. B, Roman's cousin. C, The Rock's cousin. D, trying to promote Total Divas. There's several other reasons I probably could have too, but that's like 4 main reasons right there. Okay, that's 4 reasons why. Why could you just give someone different this title shot? Did you really need to give Nia Jax another title shot? And now they gotta ask her, oh, who's she gonna face? Is she gonna go to Rousey? Is she gonna go to Becky for the title? We'll get into those later, but I come on, man. This is like backwards booking right here. Because it's just like, how many times we gonna really give her another shot? Because it felt like Nia Jax just kind of felt like an afterthought ever since she lost the title. She could even beat Bliss, and now we're giving her another title shot. I don't know. At least Ember would have been fresh. It would have been new. It would have been something different. No, we go back to the same crap. But it's kind of like I said. A, The Rock's mom is out there. B, you're The Rock's cousin. C, in a way, they're kind of doing it for Roman, and it's, Roman's cousin, just given the situation this week. D, promote Total Divas. I think I already said Samoan, so that's kind of the reason why I look at this. But just a bad decision, in my opinion, for Nia Jax to win again. Next, which I thought this was going to be one of the best matches on... probably was the match of the night I thought it was going to be tonight. The finals of the Mae Young Classic, Toni Storm and Io Shirai. Listen, I'll say it right here. This was a solid match. Don't get me wrong. A very good match. The best things you could really see was the drop kick off the top rope onto Toni Storm, knocking her onto the floor. And then Shirai hitting that moonsault to the outside then. Even Toni Storm hitting a German suplex on the apron then. Hell, Io Shirai even hit a 619 out there. But it ended up with Toni Storm. Yeah, it ended up with Toni Storm hitting the Storm Zero for the win. this match could have went on another 10 minutes. Okay, this was a solid match, but it was too short. I think this could have went on another 10 minutes. I really believed it could have. And I felt like the crowd was getting into this match throughout time, but I expected a little bit more from this. I really did. But they still had a really good match. I'm not going to really go against that or anything. I just believe they deserved another 10 minutes. Now, did I expect Io Shirai to win? I did, really, to be honest. I actually thought Io Shirai was going to win. But then when I kind of thought about it, it's like, okay, they're not going to put over 2 Japanese women 2 years in a row. Because we put Kairi Sane over last year and winning the Mae Young Classic. So then I kind of thought of it. I don't think they were going to put over 2 Japanese women. Don't get me wrong. Io Shirai is still going to be a big thing in this company, even if she ever gets to the main roster. But I shouldn't really be saying that, because I've said about past women going to the main roster being great, and look what they've done to half of them. But Toni Storm does deserve it. A big win for her. Of course, you had Triple H, Stephanie, and Sarah Del Rey to give out the trophy. So Toni Storm will be getting a title shot soon. But I think she's still going for that UK Women's title in the NXT UK, if I'm not correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. But like I said, it was a very solid match. It was really good, but I really believe they should have deserved another 10 minutes. But that was probably one of the better matches of the night, because I think the time they had total was 10 minutes and 20 seconds. They deserve another 10 minutes. Next, a match that I felt I have seen for the millionth freaking time. I don't really care about this, but Sasha, Bayley, insert third woman here, that is Natalya this time, versus the Riot Squad. How many times have we seen this? Oh, and I'm going to get into Sasha Banks botching, even Bayley too. You want to talk about botches tonight? This is probably one of the most botch-tastic moves tonight in this entire thing. Okay, there was a lot of botches in this match, but this was just to eat up some time. And it's not like the match wasn't bad, but I don't care, because I've seen Sasha and Bayley fight the Riot Squad for months. What are they even fighting for at this point? What is this feud about? How many times have we seen this? How long do we have to keep seeing this? This has gone on for like months. It's like, why do I need to see this here? I've seen it on Raw for 100 times. Why do I care? Riot Squad, they had like, horror theme type of gear coming out. But let me get on the botches here. The most botches I could really say was Sasha doing that kind of like a front flip to the outside, and it looked like her butt only hit the apron. That it just looked really bad, and the Riot Squad caught her, but it just looked bad, just going for like over dive right there. I'm sorry if I don't know the name all the way, but just doing that, it just looked bad. Even Sasha doing those meteorous things, I felt something was botched about that, because you always look like the knees always hit the ground, but it's like Sasha hit her knees on, I think it was who was in the ring? I think it was Ruby Riott, but like she spreading them out at the last second. So I don't know why I thought that was botchy. Even she did the second time on Logan. I think the second time on Logan looked more botchy. That's what it did. But there's probably more botches I probably don't even know about what Sasha did. But Sasha was really botching. Even in the end, Bayley doing that suicide dive over the under the rope. It looked like she landed on her head, hitting on the Riot Squad. Okay, because she did like an elbow drop on Logan. No, I mean on Morgan, and then Sasha doing the frog splash just like Eddie Guerrero to pick up the win. Listen, come on, I really knew Sasha and them were gonna win anyways. Even though Natalya doing a double sharpshooter and stuff, and even they had a heart attack in there also. Listen, it's like the match wasn't bad, but it's like I didn't even really care, because I was probably cooking food at the time during that entire match, because I've seen it too many times. This was like one of the low points, because we've seen this too many times. Okay. And it'll probably be on Raw tonight for 50-50 booking, so the Riot Squad can get another win back, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if they had another 50-50 booking in this. So, it's whatever, okay? You can say it was a great match if you want. I'm not saying it didn't suck, but why should I care if I've seen this on Raw for 100 million times? Why? I don't get it. What makes it so special here on this show? What, because it's the first women's WWE pay-per-view? Doesn't make it special. Probably see it on Raw tomorrow night. Probably see it next week. What does this gain? Nothing. It gains nothing. Okay? Nothing. Shit. Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. Which, come on, it's NXT. We know this was going to be great. They did have some of the NXT women at ringside. Of course, you get the NXT intro. Big NXT chant going into this. Shayna Baszler is a freaking monster in the ring. I will say that. Focusing on Kairi Sane's arm and hand. You know, very methodical. Just slowly picking Sane apart. I still don't get Sane's gimmick to this day. I think they've already explained it, but I probably forgot. I still think she looks like a Universal Studios theme park, especially with the music coming out there. Some people say her music was changed tonight, like her old theme from last year. Some say with Toni Storm also, to what I kept hearing out throughout the night. So I maybe have to go back and listen to that. But of course, she had the treasure chest with the title inside of it. But I even called Shayna Baszler Pentagon Jr. for a second after she ripped her arm real back like Pentagon. But this was a very great match, okay? Like, I'm not crapping on the match at all, but a very great match. This is NXT. How do you really say nothing? You can't really say nothing bad about it because it's NXT. But I thought it was really great. The crossbody to the outside of the ring was really good on Baszler. Kairi Sane from the top rope. And then we kind of got to the outside then, near the apron. Sane was able to pretty much throw, Baszler over the top of the barricade, landing into Jasmine Duke and Marina Shafir, part of the four horsewomen of MMA. Next thing you know, Duke did grab Kairi Sane's hair, but Sane hit her with a back fist in. Shafir tried to get her on the top rope, which, Sane kicked away, but Baszler was able to pretty much put her in her finisher, the whole chokehold. Pretty much, Kairi was trying to get out of it, but she could not. Now, for a minute, I was going to say overbooking just because they got involved since they were sitting at ringside. But then when I kind of thought about it, maybe this is a way they're starting to now build the four horsewomen into NXT. Sure, maybe they'll get Rousey later in time and stuff, but looking at it right now, they may make it a stable with Shayna Baszler, which you can now say Shayna Baszler is going to be in NXT quite longer than. I didn't expect her to win the NXT champion. I was actually kind of shocked by that because Kairi did pass out. Now, do I think they're going to bring Kairi up? Maybe, but I don't really think so right now. I think it'll be another rematch. But I expected Baszler to go up to the main roster after this. That's what I expected. But her winning the NXT Women's title again tonight for the second time, we're going to see her quite a bit longer then. We're going to see her quite a bit longer. So, I was actually wrong about her winning the title tonight. But once again, another great match. NXT never disappoints. I actually thought this was going to be the match of the night. But then we got into the match of the night here. This was the best match on this entire show. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte for the last woman standing match for the SmackDown Women's title. And by God, this was a car wreck in a good and bad way, okay? Listen, we saw a lot of weapons, we saw a lot of cool spots, and God knows we saw a lot of botches from these things, but the crowd freaking loved it. Even though, once again, the company tries to make Becky look like a heel, of course, they are really doing their best to make her look like a heel, okay? They are doing their best. Even in the video packages, people said that they can booze into them. But even when Becky came out, they sang her freaking theme song. Oh, but though, they still think she's a heel, though. And they still put Charlotte as a face. And they still have Becky work as a heel, too. But this was probably the best match on this card. Even to them throwing the chairs into the ring, trying to get an ECW chant, a very faint ECW chant. But there was a lot of botches with the ladder standing in the ring that Becky had to knock it down to make it go down because it looked like it had a mind of its own. Of course, the crowd was with Becky. We got a table in the match. Charlotte does that moonsault that looks bad all the time. And when she hit the moonsault, the table did not break. And the table tipped over. All I can say is, Botchamania. I'm surprised there wasn't a "you fucked up" chant in the crowd. All I can say is, I am the table. Da-na-na-na-na. I am the table. Then she pretty much redid the spot, except she did a swanton to put Becky through the table since it botched the first time. Looked really bad. Other than getting to the ladder in the ring, Charlotte had put Becky's legs into the ladder, hitting a figure 8 on it then, as Becky tapped out. But, it's the last woman standing, so it didn't work. But, and this is what got me here. if you look real closely, you can see the referee literally kick the chair to Becky steadily with his foot. You could just see the ref just kicking the chair to Becky so she can use it to break the hold. So if you don't believe me, go look at it. Like, the referee slowly but surely kicked the chair to Becky. Kicked it to her so she could break out of it. I saw that spot. Look at it again. Trust me, just go look at it. But Becky tried to leave with the title then. They then went into the crowd. Charlotte went after her. Threw her back over to the barricade then. Charlotte got another ladder. Knocked over the German announce table then. Becky had threw Charlotte into the ladder and then hit her with the title. So this is the only time you will get this title again. She put Charlotte on the table. Let you trying to move very slightly to the right of it. Becky did a leg drop off the top of the ladder then. There was a big "this is awesome" chant. Very brutal spot. Both women were still able to get up. Charlotte said, "Is that all you got?" Becky then attacked her and she buried her with the announce chairs, parts of the table that were broken in the ring already. Already broken in the ring. More steel chairs. I swear the ref did stop counting for some reason. Becky said, "Count already, I'm still burying her." Charlotte was able to get out of it and rise from the ashes. Took a kendo stick, started beating Becky with it. Speared it to the ground, had another table. Charlotte was going to go for that moonsault again, but Becky power bombed her through the table. Charlotte almost got back up, but I guess she fell at the last second. And Becky retained the title. So a very surprising move. This is probably one of the most surprising moves. Two moves I was surprised they did tonight. One, Baszler Baszler winning the title. Second, Becky actually retaining. So they actually went with that. She actually retained the championship. Maybe they will see something different in this, or in my mind right now, they will do another rematch on Tuesday and Charlotte will win it from there, unless they want to throw the crowd a bone and let Becky win. But right now, Becky retaining, great move. They finally did something right. But I will say this right now, this was the best match of the night. Gotta respect both women. They put on some very brutal spots out there. Yeah, there were some botches here and there, but they hit some very hard hitting stuff out there. This was the best match on the card. I'm surprised this wasn't the main event on this card, to be honest. This should have been the main event when you look at it. This is the best match of the night. Becky retaining. Hey, she's a heel, but the crowd still looks at her in the face. But WWE's going to keep playing to her like a heel. And looking at this match, they got to move on from this. They have to, because unless they, like I said before, at least they do it again on Tuesday and just for some reason keep pushing Charlotte into the main event spot. But now it's time to push someone else for Becky to go against in Charlotte, because they still want to make Charlotte 16-time, 20-time women's champion to make her like Ric Flair. And I'm sure that day is going to come. Don't get me wrong, that's going to come sooner or later. But because they're on the way to it. But in a way, I feel like they did kind of throw Becky a bone, and they actually are believing in her. And the crowd, the announcers are gonna say, "Oh, there's only some Becky fans in there," but it was mostly once again a pro Becky crowd out there. So you gotta say it. Gotta say right here, best match of the night, the best night. Didn't really expect Becky to win, but hey, I was wrong here, and she got the win here. They didn't. Which one thing else funny? They still tried to promote the Crown Jewel thing. And they still promote Crown Jewel, and the crowd boos at it when it's on the screen, because it's funny, we're doing this women's pay-per-view, but the reason why they're not going to Saudi Arabia is because of, that whole controversy. I can get into a whole, them going to Saudi Arabia thing right now, but we'll say that on another note. Listen, they were going to go regardless. It's going to be a lot of backlash, but there's too much money involved, and they want that money. It's blood money, or as Busta Rhymes will say, we getting that A-Rap money, okay? It's going to be a lot of, we getting A-Rap money. Look that song up if you don't believe me. Look it up. A-Rap money. But, now we get into probably one of the worst matches of the night. Another worst match. Which this was never going to follow this last woman standing in the match. Listen, I didn't care about this match when it was leaked. I didn't care about this match before. I didn't care about this match even now. Okay? The Bellas, they come out, of course. Ronda Rousey comes out. And, I'm sitting on this. People are saying that Nikki Bella took Ronda Rousey to the limit tonight. And of course, Rousey toyed with her first and everything, but Brie was gonna get involved, knocking Ronda into the post, and they really trying to paint Nikki Bella like she was some ring general or something. Which, for surprisingly, they both got chance out there. Both Ronda and Nikki even got some chance, but it was a pro Ronda crowd, of course. You could hear Ronda Rousey calling spots. I wish I had to clip it, but if you look back as she was about to pretty much throw Nikki Bella and said, "You ready?" So there was a lot of spots being called in this match. Yes, there was some botches here and there. I'm trying to remember one. One was a lot noticeable one, but it was either that throw one. It was another one, but I don't remember which one doing it. I think it was one off the top rope when they Ronda grabbed Nikki and threw her to the ground. Nikki even hitting the Alabama slam at one point. Ronda was able to get both women on top, Nikki and Brie on top of her doing that slam thing she does. I don't remember the name of it, but it didn't even look that brutal. But Nikki even hit her rack attack 2.0. Looked like she about to win the match, but Rousey kicked out. She got on the, kind of near the top rope and threw her down, kind of cradled her. Immediate armbar, tap out, it's over, okay? Listen, dude, I didn't care about this match. This match wasn't even that good. It really wasn't even that good, okay? I'm surprised it went even 15 minutes. You couldn't follow that last woman standing match. And that had like 28 minutes for that match. I looked up the time thing. That had 28 minutes out there. This was like 15 minutes. No one wanted to see this match. The crowd was somewhat nice to it. I'm surprised they didn't even hijack this thing. I was hoping they were going to hijack it, okay? But WWE, they're going to act like the Rousey and Nikki Bella thing like this was some big showdown or something, but it really wasn't. Okay, and of course Rousey was going to win, sitting the crowd home happy, and then, all the women are all standing together at the end, even though they have matches tonight, everything's all cool and stuff. And I see Triple H on the side. I saw Triple H about to put himself over there for a second, but just all the women celebrating for this Evolution pay-per-view, standing all together, and Becky Lynch and Rousey right there, slamming their titles together for the win. And I'm just seeing like Charlotte standing in the corner smiling, and all the women that went against each other, but they already had to show respect tonight. So that was the ending of the show. Overall, I still think this was a 3-match show. The best match you could take from this was Becky and Charlotte, best match of the night. The NXT Women's Championship, still a great match with Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. I really did believe Kairi was going to retain and Shayna was going to move on, but hey, Shayna's still going to be in NXT quite longer, I see. The Mae Young Classic Finals with Toni Storm and Io Shirai are really good. I still think it was a bit short. I think this could have went on another 10 minutes. It was still a really good match, don't get me wrong. But I still think it was kind of short, and it could have been a lot left more into this, okay? Overall, this show, it was okay. I'll give it that. I'm not going to sit here and make it that great as it was supposed to sound. I've already seen some people act like this was the best thing tonight. But it was pretty good for what it was. It was a 3-match show. That's all I can say. Sasha, Bailey, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad was whatever. Like I said before, you've seen this match a million times. You've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. You really have seen it a million times for the past 3-4 months on Raw. So, who really cared, okay? Match wasn't bad, but who really cares? Who really cares? The Battle Royale was kind of whatever. I didn't really care for half of it. Everybody got their spots in. There was a couple good things in there, but once again, I saw some botches. I really don't agree with Nia Jax getting another title shot, which I just feel like is pretty dumb to me. It really is, and I feel like they should have gave Moon a shot. Asuka, I can see they are not giving her any type of shot anytime soon. Honestly, I do believe they have killed Asuka. I don't even know what to say. And I do believe now Io Shirai may be a replacement when you think about it. So I'm really starting to believe that more and more. Trish Lita versus Mickie James and Fox. It wasn't bad, but once again, predictable match. Not really bad, but it was predictable. Fox being in it, I know people really going against her, especially that spot with the pinfall there. She kind of messed up on. So I know people are going to go on from that. but at least the crowd was hot for it. I will give it that, and it was the opening match. Either way, with Fox or Bliss, I didn't really never believe it was gonna make it better if Bliss was even in the match or not. I don't think it really was. But even though it was a total of 7 matches on this show, there's only 3 that mattered. Okay, main event was just, I didn't really care because you knew who was going to win. Okay, you knew who was going to win the main event. You really did. Okay, so you can't sit there and tell me that main event was that good. They tried to make it as good as possible. They really did. But it's just, you're not going to follow up. You're not really going to follow up on, excuse my throat. You're not really going to follow up on the last woman standing match. This really kind of sucked the energy away from the crowd. Hey, it's funny. Like somebody said, Nikki Bella, I think I said this earlier, but Nikki Bella took Ronda Rousey to the limit, and now it's so funny to me. I looked on Twitter. They're now trying to compare Nikki Bella to Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm when they took Ronda Rousey to the limit in UFC. Are you kidding me? Dude, I swear they keep giving Ronda Rousey these bad opponents on purpose, low-key. You gave her Bliss in the beginning with, which that was just a joke. You give her Nikki Bella, which was even a bigger joke, and they act like the Bellas are these top-tier ring general legends or something, but never really good, never was, never good, never gonna be that good. And now we're going back to Nia Jax, which I'll admit they had a really good match of Money in the Bank, but like I said, and you saw Nia Jax looking on the screen in the back after that match, but who really wants to see that? Why like I said, why is Nia Jax getting more title shots? But I've already explained that earlier in the video. But like I said, you can take Evolution however you want to put it. I do believe other promotion stuff have already beat them to the punch in these all-women shows, and they really tried to put this as over as possible through the entire night. I really believe they could have booked this better. If you ask me, there could have been more, like I said, there could have been matches. Even in that elite card, some of them sound better than the ones we had tonight. Okay? Because, like I said, the Battle Royale, you had what it was. Even though I was surprised to see the Legends go first. Anyway, actually, I thought Medusa was going to make it near the end. But, like I said, I'm just kind of, picking spots here throughout most of these matches a little bit randomly and everything. But if I had to overall grade it, I want to go maybe a C. Maybe a C plus, C, like, I want to say either a C minus or a C plus. I'm really trying to debate with one of those 3. But maybe just a C. But overall, like I said earlier in the video, a 3-match show. That's what this was. A 3-match show. That's what you can take from this, okay? So, like I said, Evolution is Evolution, okay? However you want to put it, take what you want for it, okay? Just take what you want for it. But overall, this could have been better, but at the end of the day, it was okay. That's all I can really say from this. This was just okay. But I'm out of here. I need to go. I need to go catch up on The Walking Dead because I need to get back on that show. And other things I need to take care of because I heard it was a lot big on that show tonight. But I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about Evolution tonight. I am out of here. Is there anything else I can really add for that? Check out any other past reviews, anything. Well, I'll be doing a Crown Jewel review, most likely, but I probably won't be around during that Friday at 11, 10 a.m. I'll probably be at work doing something else at that time, but I will somewhat get to that show later in the day or not, or whenever I get to it, if this thing even goes out well, because there's a lot of backlash to it, okay? A lot of backlash, but I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Buy Red Dead Redemption 2.